Alright, looks like you're going live.
Are we live?
You are live.
Awesome. I'm trying to...
You're sideways.
You're sideways.
I'm sideways?
Yeah. For some reason it wants to do vertical video.
Okay, that's dumb.
Right, actually it doesn't matter which direction you turn the camera.
Nope, there you go. That's perfect.
Okay. What are you doing, Kevin? Hi, this is Laura with VeganRV.
Nope, it just went sideways again.
You have to hold it straight up and down.
But I thought it turned sideways. Okay.
I think we're working with a delay.
Yeah.
Richard Norvell says, how cool is that?
Yeah, it'd be a lot cooler if we got our encoding software set up before we started. But anyway, hi, I'm Laura, and Kevin will be here in a second. I don't know, are there any questions coming through yet?
Not yet, you're getting some highs.
Okay.
So, hello from East Central Florida, Jonathan Hawes.
Oh, hey Jonathan.
Richard Norvell said, how cool is that? Pedasian
Right, Richard.
Hippie said hi.
Oh, hey. Oh, I see. Hello from Virginia. Yay! Happy vibes. Okay, so I guess I'll just kind of start. So Brian wants to know where we are right now. We are outside of Albuquerque, and today we went over to Santa Fe to see the exhibit Meow Wolf. And, let's see, we've got David from Ohio, and with Meta from Canada. Yay, Canada! We love Canada. We would totally go there and just live, so, except for the snow. Hey, Donna! What was I talking about? Oh, so we went to see Meow Wolf today, which is an interactive exhibit in Santa Fe, and it was amazing. Hey, Cher from Arizona. Oh, yeah, I bet it is cold in Virginia. Oh, hey, John. I think we still have some pesto from your herbs. And Jonathan, hello. Wow, this is actually going a lot faster than I thought it would. Oh yeah, Meow Wolf. Anyway, interactive exhibit in Santa Fe. I don't know what Kevin's doing. I don't know why I'm having to do this all by myself. There, I know what Kevin's doing. He's right there. Hey Richard, yeah, hopefully it'll go better in the future. We kind of last minute it. Oh, look at those guys, those motorhome experiment guys. I don't know, do you think we should ban them? What do you think? And I missed somebody else's message after that because I got so caught up. Hey Paul and Lorena. Oh, awesome. Now I'm going to need to plug in. So, Kevin, can you hold this while I go get and talk to people?
Hi. Can you change the aspect ratio? No, we can't, because somebody back there decided we didn't have to test this, so we're having to do it from a phone. Unfortunately.
Where's Kevin's whistle?
Where's my... Hold on.
Right.
Oh, no.
Alright, Kevin's got to go get his whistle.
Where is it?
It's in your bag.
Lorena in the house, says Donna B.
Oh! Yeah. Anyway, Kevin's going to get his whistle, so everybody should be super happy about that. I'm trying to think if we did have a few questions come through, people asking ahead of time. One of them was, what do we do about finding special ingredients since we're vegan? And do we have trouble with that when we're out on the road?
Like what special ingredients?
Well, it was Frank Anderson who asked, and he specifically mentioned nutritional yeast. Let's see. Oh, Elizabeth is excited about your whistle, whatever that means. That sounds kind of dirty. Kevin is trying to find his whistle, and then he will share his whistle with everybody.
I got something you can blow on, bro.
So I should mention that food combining. I will get back to that in a second. But I did want to mention that over here we have the learning banks. Those guys, they're sitting next to us now.
They're helping moderate.
So food combining used to be an issue, that people thought that you had to eat beans and rice together in the same meal in order to get the right amount of protein. But that's pretty much been debunked at this point. Basically, eat whole food, plant-based diet, lots of different things, and then you should be pretty well covered. Also take your B12. I'm missing a lot of questions.
What did you and Kevin do before you started full-timing?
That was right after Love Me Some Nudes.
The same thing we're doing now that we are full-timing. So we both still work. We're not on vacation. We're not retired. So,
What type of work do you do?
Could you put it any closer to your face?
Oh, well,
Yeah, man.
How long do you think my arms are?
I don't know.
Jeez. We've been vegan for, at least over a dozen years each.
Laura, you're hopping around. Start at, what do you do for a living?
What do we do for a living? Okay, I own a business and I manage online marketing for small businesses. And Kevin does some kind of computer shit. I don't know.
So, all right, well, I'm still looking for my whistle. Basically, I run operations for a company back in Atlanta. I've worked for them for going on over 10 years now,
Yeah.
11 years. And I also run a company called Beard Friendly at beardfriendly.com, like this. So basically sell combs, beard oils, conditioners, stuff like that, to help maintain this beautiful
You guys got to what
hair on my
inspired
face.
you to decide to become...
I'm going to hand this back to Laura so she can continue.
So you can find
So
the
I can
whistle.
look at the whistle. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, it's really important that he finds that whistle. So what inspired us to go full time?
I think you need to turn it towards these guys.
I did. I showed
They're
those
number one.
guys.
Okay,
I showed those guys.
so these guys are number one. They're the reason that we started full timing.
Yeah, it's their
So-
fault.
There's a good story here. See if we can both get in here. Aw, hey. So here's a couple of things. They bought their RV going on 5 years ago, 4 or 5,
4.5.
4.5 years
Yeah.
ago. Taylor's been my best friend since, I don't know if you can see height.
Yeah.
We're that tall. And he called me up one day and he was like, "Hey Kevin, you need to come over to my house. You gotta see what I bought." Usually it's something super cool and technical. So I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be right over." Hopped in the car, drove over, and I see this gigantic thing in his driveway, his RV. And he asked me, he was like, "Hey man, so what do you think?" And I was like, "All right, dude, I've been your best friend for going on 20 years now. And this is the dumbest thing that you've ever done, ever. So don't come crying when you hate what you're doing, hate your life, realize that you made the stupidest decision ever." Fast forward a couple years, Laura and I went on vacation to Jackson Hole, Wyoming in March, and I'll spare you the details, but we ended up snowmobiling through Yellowstone. And within 5 minutes of being on the snowmobile, we came up on a herd of bison. First time I ever seen bison in my life. I don't know about you.
Yep.
And I was like, holy crap. And they're huge, and there were little baby ones, and they were amazing.
Yep.
They were super cute. Then from there, we went and saw Old Faithful And being in March, it basically like the geyser goes off and snow comes down. Coolest thing I've ever witnessed in my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
And then after that, we went to like the geothermal pools.
Yeah, the
We got
painted
to
pots and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like mud bubbling.
Alien,
it's like
it's crazy.
the mud is like
Yeah.
boiling. It is the
Yeah.
craziest thing you've ever seen. And when we got back to the hotel that night, I looked at her and I was like, "What do you think about buying an RV, traveling around?" And when we got back, actually, probably like not within a month,
Within a month.
we bought the RV that you see now.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of inspired us. I'd like to say Paul and Lorena did, but we were doing it before them. So I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna hand this back to Laura.
How cool is
I need
that?
I need to find the whistle. How cool is that? All right.
Kevin, Jonathan says he needs to talk to you about beard care. Santa's beard is scruffy.
Okay.
So,
Look how soft this is. Yeah.
Are there any questions that I like started answering that kind of?
no, you
Oh,
got it.
awesome story! Yay!
Here, is that better? Is she less?
Oh, that's better.
widened
Yeah.
out? There.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I didn't miss anything. I started talking about something. Somebody was asking me about.
You guys have been vegan. You kind of
yeah.
There was a talk about food combining.
Where did we start out from? Brian says.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were in Atlanta. We both lived there a pretty long time, and so we started there. And when we first moved into the RV, we stayed in Stone Mountain Park for a little while we got the house ready to sell and all that good stuff. So we have officially lived in the RV for a year now. That was like mid-September last year.
Super C wants to know when you're going to start uploading travel videos, or are you?
We might. So we don't. I don't know. We don't really carry around a camera all the time, like Paul and Lorena do. Boxers, briefs, or commando. Kevin, you can imagine. who that
All
came
right,
from.
hold on. No. I just bought some new ones, and they have
What are those?
bicycles on 'em.
Bicycles.
You're
Okay.
not showing it, Laura. There you go,
Oh,
bicycles.
oh, yes,
All
So
right.
boxer briefs, ex officio.
Ex officio boxer briefs. I think I was answering a serious question when that came up. I blame
Well, you
Paul.
don't- well,
That
you-
totally came from Paul. I know
you
it
can
did.
just wait on it.
Yeah, I could.
Just focus on your.
Yeah, but I would have forgotten about it. So we actually. That question was for Laura.
Oh, all right. So which do you wear, Laura? Commando.
Tidy whities.
No, you. Oh my God. We would not be dating. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, we actually hit the road the day after Thanksgiving last year. Our first night was in a Walmart parking lot because we weren't sure exactly when we were going to leave, and we're like, okay, let's go. And hey, you know what? A lot of people like to camp on Thanksgiving weekend. So we found that out the hard way. Yeah. I know.
All right. So actually, I have a good story about that.
Yeah.
The Walmart that we stayed in, right, is the same Walmart these guys stayed in exactly
A year
4 years
Oh,
earlier.
yeah.
Take that. That's crazy. 3 years earlier.
Brunswick.
earlier.
Was
3
it
years earlier.
Brunswick, Georgia.
So Brunswick, Georgia, day after Thanksgiving. That's where you guys need to start if you want to be successful,
Exactly.
just like us.
I do have a voice. I actually do. I just.
All right, hold it.
Yeah.
I don't know where this whistle's at. I have
Okay.
no earthly clue.
All right. Sorry. No whistle. No whistle. There's gonna be no whistle.
Whistle's the next thing.
Kevin always seems to have a camera with him when we see him in P&L's videos.
So I started answering Frank's question about finding our weird ingredients on the road, and if it's super important, then we go ahead and make sure that we always have it. But honestly, it hasn't been that hard.
That's what she said.
Where's the coolest place we've been? Ooh.
You.
What?
You are,
I just saw a question come up.
She just like a.
I just came
What?
up. She's answering in real time.
Yeah. So, am I supposed to not do that?
Well, no.
Am I not allowed?
Okay, no, that's fine.
All right.
Okay, hey. So you guys
No, you can do
usually
this.
see me with this, right? This is a Paul Sharon special. Turns into a tripod, and it extends.
Oh yeah, I bet Paul did do that.
So,
Brian.
if you see me with this, I'm just trying to look cool like him. I do film a little bit. Usually it's talking trash.
But we don't do anything with that.
But yeah, well, we have some videos. We just, we're not Paul and Lorena. We're not that cool. I just don't know what else to say.
We'll see. I mean,
Maybe one day.
I've started filming some cooking videos that,
Her cooking is so good. So, actually, here's a little backstory about how we met.
Oh, yeah.
We met at a vegan baking competition, right? We're both vegan, VeganRV, right?
Oh, awesome. Yay, Debbie made my soup.
Oh, sweet.
Yay.
So her cooking is amazing. Basically, she made these Mexican hot chocolate donuts. Hello, right? I ate those, and I went to the organizer of the event, who's a mutual friend of ours, Lisa Lucy, and I was like, hey, is that girl single? Because I want to wake up to that every morning. I haven't had them since, but we are dating. And, see?
Oh, yeah.
Here's my award. This is my award.
It's a major award.
3 more questions for
Best
you.
in show.
Yeah.
I made pumpkin pie cookies, and they were off the charts. They were so good.
Yeah, this is Mom's recipe.
Yep. She made the Mexican hot chocolate donut. She won...
I don't know.
Most
maybe,
creative
or
ingredient.
something.
It was...
I don't know.
They were so good, and
yeah,
I remember it like it was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. So how long? Do Happy Vibes asked, how long do you guys plan on full timing?
We have no plans to stop. So
Yeah, well, so we're enjoying the crap out of this right now. I mean, we wake up wherever we want. If we get to a city and we hate it, we leave.
Yeah.
And if we get to a place and we love it, we stay. Let's see. You know, if we want to wake up by the ocean, we drive to the ocean. We want to wake up by...
Is that set up?
Almost.
Okay.
Hold on. The problem is it's not going to go that way.
Oh, it's... Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I see. All right.
Actually, hold on.
John Sinisi asks...
Hold on.
All right.
Well, we got
So, we're still going to talk. So, if I want to wake up by the ocean, I do that. If I want to wake up by the mountains, I do that. Our thing is we love 70-degree weather. So, I love it, right?
Well, who doesn't really? But
I mean, I can walk around with my shirt off. The ladies. Anyway, it's awesome. I mean, I couldn't think of like living any other way.
okay.
Hey, hold on. So
We're gonna try to put
we're
this on
gonna
a
try
tripod.
this. Yeah.
While you're doing that, the next question in your list,
Just
John
make sure
Sinisi asks, what's the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian, and how do you work the differences out when you go out?
Oh, it's so much better. Not having to hold that damn thing.
Right?
Oh, hands free.
Woo!
Alright, so what was it?
John
I
Sinisi
didn't-
asks, what's the difference between vegan and vegetarian, and how do you work out the difference when you go out to dinner?
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to do it? I've been talking a lot. No, it's your
All
turn.
right. So vegan and vegetarian. Vegetarian is no meat, right? So you don't eat fish. You don't
No
eat
flesh.
Yeah, no flesh. Yeah. Vegan takes that, goes one step further. So no animal byproducts.
No
right?
animal products at all. Yeah.
Right.
Nothing from an animal.
So no milk, no cheese, no. Oh no. Is there any other eggs?
Yeah.
We don't eat eggs. Then there's also no animal byproducts. So we don't wear leather. We don't use like cosmetics, so shampoo, conditioner, moisturizer, whatever.
Yeah, it's like
that's been tested on animals. So or has any animal-based ingredients.
Yeah.
So
Pedesian Hippie, With Meta, Brian, and the Motorhome Experiment are all dying to see your cooking videos, Laura.
so I'm telling, I'm being serious. One of the reasons that we got together was her cooking. Her cooking is like off the charts. I feel like I'm a good cook, but I really love the brown foods. So deep fried, right? I like orange. I like mac and cheese, vegan mac and cheese.
Paul and Lorena said they scrambled your balls today, amaze tofu. Oh no, I'm sorry. They made your tofu scrambled today, amaze balls.
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah, that tofu scramble's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So actually, we started a new diet, or in addition to our diet. I don't need these. We're inside. It's night.
True. I don't know. Do I? No.
So we typically don't eat breakfast. We just got back from Meow Wolf. There we go.
Yeah.
Now you guys look awesome. You should put a shirt on, Paul. It's not a good look for you.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to see through the internet. It's not cool. That'd be awesome.
Elizabeth wants to know how she convinces Andy to RV full time.
Who's Andy?
I don't think that's the important part of this. Yeah.
All right. So, it was actually really tough. It is totally different than, the norm, quote unquote, the norm. It's, it's not having a house. It's, if you have a job that will allow you to be mobile, or if you don't work towards a job that will allow you to do that, then, oh no, it's crazy.
Well, so...
I don't know how you talk somebody into it, because, so with Laura, Laura did not want to go camping, so I even thought when I brought up the RV thing to her, she'd be like... I don't want to sleep
on the ground.
Yeah,
Let's be more specific. I don't want to sleep on the ground.
Yeah, but I thought she was going to be like, oh, this is terrible.
No.
That's a dumb idea, but...
No, this is... I mean, I'm kind of a homebody, but I just take my home everywhere, and that's kind of amazing.
Yeah. I think it's hard just to talk... I mean, Taylor, here. Do you guys want to weigh in on that?
Well, I was going to say one more thing about...
Can hold on.
Okay.
I think there's a personality thing. I think the first and most important part is you have to be the type of people that like to spend all of your time together, which we were, you guys were. Yep. So if you have a type of relationship where you like spending a lot of time with the other partner, then the process is made easier. Otherwise, it's a big hurdle. But then I think... I don't know. We both kind of came to that decision on our own. Like, I don't think either one of us ever convinced the other.
No, we both thought it was our own idea.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of the key, is it's got to kind of be the right timing for everybody.
Right.
Because it's strange. I love it. It's amazing. Yeah. We're 4 years in like a week, and I can't imagine doing anything different.
Exactly.
But it's different. This is a different lifestyle. You gotta kind of... So, Motorhome Paul says get rid of Andy.
Well, no. I mean, you can talk people into it. Come on, Paul.
So, the other thing I was going to say about that is that you might feel like you're losing your community by traveling around, and you will be different. That is for sure. But there's a whole nother community of people who do this. So online we've connected with so many cool people and met a lot of them in person, and I don't know, maybe that Paul and Lorena, motorhome experiment people that Kevin met Paul online. If you've watched their videos.
Well, I still want to add some stuff to this.
Okay.
So, if you like to travel, it's amazing. I mean, you get to wake up wherever you want. It's not Europe for a week, right? Where you have to bust ass and go from place to place to place, and you're worn out at the end of the night. This is we pull up to a place that we like. We get to hang out, say we're here for a week. Now I've got a week to explore this place, or I can stay for 2 weeks if I have to buckle down and do a lot of work outside of sightseeing or whatever.
I guess another way to maybe try and convince somebody is that if you haven't found your forever place yet, you can use it as a way to try on a lot of different areas.
Man, I tell you what, we have, especially the past couple weeks, we've been in Colorado.
Oh yeah, Colorado.
Dude, that, I mean, legalize marijuana. I don't smoke it, but that is freaking awesome. You know, high fives to everybody in Colorado. But that is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
Yeah.
Like, you have these amazing small towns in the middle of these huge mountains, and it is incredible. And I don't love the snow, but like the snow there was beautiful.
Yeah.
Hot springs, another like amazing thing that I've never done before in my life, and totally changed pretty much how I want to live. I just want to soak the whole time.
True.
So, all right, so you got 3 questions queued up. So I'm going to give them all 3 to you, and that way you guys can kind of feel out the order.
Okay.
Donna wants to know what made you guys decide to become vegan. Super C, who had previously asked if you guys were going to upload travel videos, wants to know if you have an ultimate goal for your YouTube channel or what type of content you guys think you'll be posting.
Okay.
And then Brian wants to know how you balance work time with playtime.
Okay. So I guess we can start out with the vegan thing, right?
Right.
So I started out vegetarian, right?
Same here.
It was when I was probably 15 maybe, 15 or 16.
Sounds right.
My brother came home this is before, you know, you can just watch like What the Health or whatever on TV. My brother brought home a freaking slaughterhouse video, like showing.
Is it a VHS tape?
It was a VHS tape. It is one of the most brutal things I've ever seen in my whole life. Outside of like people shooting people in, you know, not even wartime. Yeah. Faces of death. But so it was a slaughterhouse. It was like, I think it was like a whole cow thing. And I looked over at my girlfriend at the time, not this one. I was like, hey, let's see who can go the longest without eating meat. The next day she had a hamburger, and I haven't touched it since. And then a couple years later, through a nasty breakup with a girl, a bunch of my friends, shout out to Joe and Tony, my brother, everybody else, Tarp for life, they were all vegan, and they, you know, I was like, well, why the hell am I not vegan? This is easy. I just need to cut this stuff out. And I just did it since that day.
So that was, you were 15, so that was like, what, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
That's a couple years ago. And so for me, I was living in California, so I was just slowly getting exposed to the idea of vegetarianism. And I realized that, you know, I mean, I was starting to try new things. I don't know if anybody, I don't even know if Falafel Drive-In is still in San Jose, California, but that was my first falafel, and it was amazing. I hope it's still there. And then just moving forward, for some reason, like I was starting to cook a lot more, and I was starting to cook meat because I thought that's what you did. And I noticed that it wasn't agreeing with me. So I just cut out meat, and that's when I became vegetarian. So I first went vegetarian probably for health, but once you do that, you start looking for recipes and getting cookbooks and learning more. And then I was like, oh, maybe I need to go a little bit further. And then eventually I became vegan, and I became vegan for the animals, not for my health.
Well, it's definitely health for me if you've seen me before.
But yeah, so I got, it was 96, I think, when I went vegetarian, and probably 2000, I don't know, maybe 2003-ish that I went vegan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, okay.
So that was Donna's. Next was Super C, Super G, Super M asked, what do you have an idea? Goals for the channel. Yep.
Oh, goals for the channel, man.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, is to kind of get a little back and forth and see what you guys are interested in. But I'm definitely going to do some cooking videos, so there's that.
That appears to be highly requested.
Yeah, well, and the ones I've filmed so far have been literally me cooking in the RV kitchen, because I think there aren't as many people showing people living in their RVs. They're like, oh, look at all this cool stuff that I've done. but not as much how you go about living in the RV. So I kind of want to do a little bit of that.
Oh yeah. And you got a vegan cooking 4 exclamation points.
Yay!
I actually think like a live cooking thing would be fun.
It would be awesome.
I mean, we did that Beyond Burger one.
Based on
Oh yeah, there's a Beyond Burger one. I'll upload that to YouTube. It's on Facebook right now. It's a little drawn out, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very drawn out.
Yeah, it's very drawn out. Sorry, it'll probably get lots of thumbs down. But what? So I can see us doing some travel videos.
Yeah.
Like
there's definitely like some like. To me, I want people to get over like. I don't know. It's like you can fix anything. You just having a video or a manual. It's like just get out there and fix it. Like, don't be afraid that this shit's gonna fall apart. You're driving it down the road at like 80 miles an hour, and like you're stuck. I mean, the thing weighs a freaking ton. You can't be afraid. But
it's given me confidence. I mean, having to fix it on the side of the road has given me the confidence to fix shit that I wouldn't have touched before.
Yeah, I mean, now, like, I guess after seeing you, like, what you've had to go through, I'm just like, all right, somebody give me a screwdriver and a hammer or whatever, and I'll get it to work. Like, I mean, there's stuff that's always, that's the other thing you have to get over is, like, there's something that's always broken, right? And not everything just gets fixed.
Yeah, RVs like rattle on down the road and things come loose, and they're not built really for people to live in them. So
at least the ones that we're living in.
Right.
I mean,
I
think the newer ones.
Nah.
Still,
our friends that have newer, more expensive ones pay more to get them fixed than we do.
Yeah. So that's something you have to at least be willing to, tackle some of those things yourself, because otherwise you're just going to be in the shop constantly.
Yeah. So I think the goal should definitely show the vegan side of living in an RV and traveling also as a vegan, but B, also telling people to get out of your house and go explore, even if it's right down at a pond in your backyard or down the street or going on a walk. It's go out and see what the world has to offer. There is so much out there. And I want to thank Lorena for this part, but it's you're traveling and it's you're seeing all these places, but you're seeing one tiny little strip through through each state.
Right.
And it is even when we get to we've been in this spot for 8 days, right?
Yeah. We've
gone out 4 of those days to go do stuff. The other days we've had stuff to do or we're doing work on the RV. But there's so much to do. We're going to miss out on so much, but that just makes me want to come back and do it more. We're going to miss the petroglyphs.
Yeah.
We're going to miss a couple of the hot springs. Definitely have to come back and do that.
Don't stress about missing things. You can't do everything.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I just want to tell people, go out and, go explore. And, don't be afraid of, people looking at you oh, you live in an RV? That's weird, because it's not. There are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people doing this, and it's not weird.
Awesome. I don't care if it is weird, so what?
Awesome.
Well, at first, when, again, I'll go back to Taylor's story, I was like, dude, you're nuts. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. But, it's insane, how many cool people we have met on the road. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Awesome. And Paul and Lorena.
Paul and
Lorena. Yeah.
So that's a good segue, though, into Brian and John were both asking kind of variations of the same thing, which is how much do you work per week? And also, how do you balance your work time with playtime? How do you balance work and life balance?
Oh, man. So, you got to wake up early. At least some of us do.
Well.
So I probably put in a good, at my full-time job, I put in a good 60 hours a week, right? What I'll say is it's not straight. It's not a straight 60 hours.
Yeah, it's not a 9 to 5.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday I work, but I've talked to them and they understand how my workflow is. We'll go out for lunch and we'll go sightseeing. It will take a couple hours to go do that, but I put in an easy 60 hours there.
But do you have to do that to be able to do this lifestyle?
No, you don't. I mean,
that's just his job.
That's just my job. And this is I wanted to stay at this company. the people that I work with are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So I choose to do that. You don't have to. I mean, hell, you can run an online store like Taylor does. So he runs acehackwear.com, and that can provide for you, and you can make that as much work as you want it to be, or as least as you want it to be.
Well, you can also, so you can live as cheaply or as lavishly as you want. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, we could live off of rice and beans and boondock 99% of the time.
On BLM land and
for free.
Cheap.
And have it be crazy cheap. We don't do that. But we kind of, for us, we kind of balance it. And, you know, we'll save some money by boondocking on free land. And then, you know, we don't feel bad about, you know, spending $20 a person at Meow Wolf, or going out to eat a few times, you know, having some really nice meals. We don't have to think about, you know, oh, I can't go to do this, you know, because it's too expensive or whatever. We just, you know.
And that's the other thing is, like, you'll see, we'll go back to Paul and Lorena, right? Because I think most of you guys have seen their videos. Is the rate of travel that we do, you don't have to move that fast. Like, you could literally, if you live in an RV, you could go stay 6 months in New Mexico, go stay 6 months in Florida, or Seattle, or Idaho, or wherever, right? You don't have to move as much as we do, which, I mean, gas costs a lot of money, right? And these things, I mean, they're not getting like, you know, 30 miles to the gallon. We're getting like 6. So you kind of have to do all this, a balancing game, as far as like your travel and how you live. But, you know, like Laura said, you can make it as expensive as you want or as cheap as you want.
Yeah.
So some chatter, some cool comments from With Meta and Donna about compassionate veganism, and then question from Elizabeth: where's the coolest place you've been, and what's the nicest RV park you've been in?
Oh my God. Okay. Coolest place we've been.
Bay of Fundy was pretty insane.
Bay of Fundy was insane. Please go watch that video on the motorhome experiment. That's
go to the
oh
channel.
My God.
Where is that?
So that's in it's what, north of St. John?
North of St. John in Canada?
Yeah, New Brunswick.
New Brunswick, yeah. So basically what happens there, the way that this place is set up, you will stand on the shore and look across Canada. That's right. I love Canada, by the way. So you will stand on the shore of the ocean, right? And you will of the bay. What's the ocean?
That's it. Okay.
You look across and you can barely see the other side, right? It's like way out there. You come back 6 hours later, and theoretically you shouldn't do it, but you could walk all the way across over to the other side.
Yeah.
The tides fluctuate up to 60 something feet, so that's going 60 feet up in 6 hours, and 6 hours later, all 60 feet of that has gone away.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to see it in both states to
really...
It
is insane. So insane.
Get your mind around that. It's just...
And in the same area, they have the St. John's River flows, right? So fresh water flowing into the ocean. Every 6 hours, that changes. So it goes from flowing into the ocean to basically reversing the rapid.
It back.
The ocean pushes it back and the water flows backwards. Yeah. And it points in a freshwater area, you will see dolphins and seals. Like, what? That's insane. So that was crazy. Yeah. I mean, what was the other part in Canada that we loved?
Oh,
Cape Breton. Oh my God, that was awesome. Yeah. The Florida Keys. I mean, Acadia, all the Florida Keys.
So what about
awesome.
The second part of that question, which was what's the nicest RV park you've been in?
Nicest RV park? So I'll say probably Walt Disney. We stayed at Camp Wilderness and Walt Disney. Laura doesn't care for Disney. I was there, so my niece, so my brother and his family came down. I wanted to go to Disney World with her, so we parked at Camp Wilderness. Now, it's like $85, $90 a night.
Yeah. It is a super nice
You could have eaten from anywhere in that RV park, like concrete,
off the bathroom floor,
the showers. I mean, it was incredible. It was so beautiful, and like they had music playing throughout the whole thing, like super soothing. Yeah, and like all the kids are gone during the day because they're in the park, so it was like amazing for us. Yeah, we just like rode our bikes around. It was super chill, and there was a ton of vegan food inside of Disney World. So that was awesome. To
us, so we don't care about things like playgrounds, and I mean a pool or a hot tub is nice, but that's not like top on our list.
Yeah. Oh, we also don't care if they rake
if they rake the sites.
Rake the site
that's
beforehand.
Not important.
Yeah, clean up the leaves. I mean, we're not that big a deal.
All right, you got a couple more. So.
Okay.
But like, do you have a favorite?
Well, I really liked Hannah Park in Jacksonville.
Oh, dude. Hannah Park and Anastasia, both of those, like, if you get a chance, go there.
The beaches.
So, Hannah Park, you park a little bit closer together. So it's not the site that does it, it is the ocean. The ocean is freaking beautiful there.
And also you have some nice, like, greenery between the sites.
Yeah,
so
it's a very,
bad.
like...
It's also kind of hard to get in and out of. It's a little rough.
Yeah, there was definitely some scrapage on the RV.
Yeah. So if you're more than 34 feet, you might not want to try it.
And actually, if you see whenever Laura loads up the Beyond Burger video, that was actually filmed at Hannah Park.
Did we do that at Hannah Park?
Yep, we did.
Okay.
I remember, because it was in Jacksonville.
All right, that was the second time we stayed there.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, also, Rainbow Springs?
Oh, yeah.
Like... I mean, there are so many places, like, it's so hard to pick one, but, like, Rainbow Springs is amazing.
The Florida state parks were pretty on point.
Yeah, they were...
Most every state park in Florida was, like, one of the best parks we've been at.
Fort DeSoto?
Oh,
what?
Fort DeSoto.
Brilliant. Like, that was another one of my top favorites. I mean, it's so crazy. That dude was, like, smoking pot the whole time.
Yeah.
Next to us.
Oh, yeah,
Fort DeSoto.
A bunch of people were.
I mean, that park is... Yeah. That park's awesome, but there's so many. Like in Vermont, we stayed on top of a mountain. It was beautiful.
Yeah. No cell service.
No cell service. There was no electricity. There was no water.
Yeah, it was dry camping.
It was dry camping.
But it was
they had water and they had bathrooms there, but like
it was on Green Mountain.
Oh my God, it was beautiful.
What were you?
All right, you got 4 questions.
Okay.
All right.
Did you ever figure out what makes the tide differences so big?
I think it has to do with like how shallow it gets. It's like, however
it's the layout of
geography of that bay works. There's one other place in the world, supposedly it's like in Europe, that has the same phenomenon, and it's the only 2 places in the world that do it. And when you think about think about 60 feet, right? The average tide across the whole entire world is 4 feet. So it is a huge difference. And like when you're in the Keys, it's like an inch. Like it's not that much change. Right. Like there's not much going on there. But anyway, I don't know exactly what makes it. It's just super cool.
All right, you got a couple more.
Yep.
Where do you plan on spending the winter at?
Okay, hold on. We're just going to take these one at a time.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, where are we going to spend the winter, baby? Around this area?
Yeah, Southwest. So we're going to head down we're going to Arizona, or we're going to stay in New Mexico?
We're going to be in New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California, that whole area. Yeah. Like wherever it's 70, 80 degrees, that would be cool. 60, that's all right. Mm-hmm. So I'll spend time there. Then I know like towards the beginning of the year, we'll probably head into Mexico, Baja, Mexico.
Well, we are planning on going to Quartzsite.
Oh yeah, we'll be in Quartzsite. Supposedly we're going to do some vegan potluck.
Yeah.
There. That'll be awesome.
Figure that out.
You look so much taller than I do. Hold on.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I'm just. And then we're gonna so we're gonna try and go down to Baja, Mexico. That will be amazing.
And that'll be our winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, actually, so we're gonna go to LA in March.
Oh yeah, for the
Natural Foods Expo.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So if you haven't seen the Natural Foods Expo, look it up. There's East and West, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's where they debut the new products.
All of the new vegan stuff comes out during that time, and it is like mind blowing, and you get to try it all before everybody else. Yep. So definitely, we're gonna have the RV there. It's already booked. We already have people staying with us, so we have no room. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
So yeah, sorry, you'll have to find your own room.
Question 3.
Yep.
When will you guys be meeting up with Paul and Lorena again?
Man, I mean, that's up to them. They know where we're at.
That's what I'm talking
I mean, we're here.
Right.
You guys are like
we're in the
down.
right part of the country.
They're in the wrong part. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know. My guess is probably sometime, maybe.
Probably after the first of the year, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Christmas, because I know that they're spending time with the family.
Plans, yeah.
Where do you get?
All right. So question 4 was, do you plan on going to Oregon at all?
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man! So
Oregon.
Yeah. Go
After
ahead.
Baja.
Yeah. So the trip that we're thinking about is Baja, Mexico to Barrow, Alaska. Supposedly Barrow, Alaska is the most northern point that you can drive in the United States on a road. I don't know. So we're going to do that.
We might be making that up. Who knows?
Yeah. So we're going to try that. Through that, up and down, we're definitely hitting up Oregon. Right?
Portland.
Because Portland is the vegan mecca capital of the world.
We must eat all the vegan foods there.
Yes. Shout out to Herbivore and Flavor Spot and all those other places.
Homegrown Smoker.
Homegrown Smoker. Amazing. Oh my God, mac and cheese on every sandwich. But then also, Astoria. That's where Goonies was filmed.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you not? How can you pass through Oregon and not go there? So we're definitely hitting up Astoria. But the whole coast of Oregon, I heard, is so beautiful, so I'm sure we'll be spending a lot of time there. And plus, like, there's some great hiking. Mount Hood's there, right?
Yeah.
That's just outside Portland. Like, there's a bunch of, like, super good hiking. In fact, from what I understand, Oregon is the only place in the United States that has all
climates.
All the different terrain. No, not terrains. Yeah, all the different climates. So it's got rainforest, it's got desert, it's got ocean, it's got like all the things supposedly. So yeah, I need to spend time there. Yes. So Oregon. And if you're there, let's hang out. Eat vegan food.
Tadasian wants to know, since you're so dependent on your cell signal for work, what do you do when you don't have any cell signal? And he or she continues that question with, I'd like to see a video on your communication setup since you're so dependent upon it.
Yes. Okay.
Meta also says, vegan restaurant reviews.
Boom. Yes. So, internet access. We're 100% dependent on that. That is like, that's number one, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'd say location is number one, but we really need cell service. Well, we don't have to have cell service. So here's what we do. We have boosters, antennas. Laura and I have invested heavily into unlimited plans through Verizon, AT&T.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Jerks.
T-Mobile. We have Google Fi, which gives us like Sprint and like who else knows? Yes, it's probably not going to work, but like it's a last resort. When it gets down to places that don't have cell service,
some places just don't.
We have to make a decision on do we stay there? You know, should we just stay there over the weekend, or during the week? If we're going to stay there, how far away is the nearest coffee shop that has free, or I don't even care if it's free. If they got good Wi-Fi, hell, I'll pay for it, right? $6 a day is super cheap for the amount of work that I have to get done. So I'll go pay that. So yeah, you can also go find a Lowe's, a Walmart,
McDonald's,
but
Bread.
I probably wouldn't go there. But like sometimes you just gotta suck it up and go sit in the parking lot. Yeah, libraries, the laundromats. That especially laundromats, because then you can go wash your clothes and get your work done. So while we are dependent on cell service, there are some spots that don't have it, and we make do with whatever. I mean, we've had to drive as far as like 40 miles to go get internet access, but it's worth it to us for the location that we're at. It is the spot where we want to be, and that's just what it is. Yeah,
so most people commute, 30, 40 minutes to their job. Every once in a great while, we might have to commute to our job.
Yeah, also, so actually with that, I'll probably say we've spent maybe a total of a week without internet access.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't been very much.
No.
Like, everywhere we've gone, we've pretty much had it.
Yeah.
Especially with the boosters. The boosters make that makes the biggest difference. And I'll definitely do a video on our setup.
Yeah, we have a blog post on it.
We do, and it's changed since then.
Yeah.
The general gist is there, but what I'll say is, like, I have a technical background, so the stuff that I do, like, could be way over somebody else's head. You may just want to consult somebody after that, but yeah, it works for us.
Yeah.
It's good.
In fact, I followed in Taylor's footsteps. He gave me some advice for some of it.
Brian says,
do you have a blog post on yours?
I don't.
Your
we
setup?
did a video, but we need to do. We should do a combined updated video, like a channel share.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do some channel docking.
Exactly.
For these guys.
Brian wanted to know if either one of you are ham radio folks. I know the answer, but that also reminds me, Eric Udell gave me his ham radio book, so you and I can start.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And me.
And Beth.
Not
none
yet,
of the
but
four
we
of
wanna
us,
be.
yes, we all want to have our ham radio license. Especially this actually. So I've been thinking about it for a while, but when it really hit home was during all of the hurricanes that have happened this past season, and when you think about the communication that's lost, right now, the Red Cross has sent like 150 ham operators down to Puerto Rico to help them get communications back up because they don't have anything.
Yeah.
And that's the way that they're going to have to, that's the way that they're starting to like kind of formalize like some kind of communication across the country until they can like redo the infrastructure. So like after seeing that, our friend Jeff Shively's, he's a part of a group called, what was that? I can't remember it.
Drawing a blank. Without Borders? Something Without Borders. Something.
It wasn't Doctors Without Borders.
Not Doctors Without Borders.
Not
Something
doctors,
else.
no.
Jeff Without Borders.
Journalists
Journalists Without
Without Borders?
Borders. I don't
No.
know.
Anyway, he's a part of a group, and they he has an awesome episode on it. I'll have to send a link out somewhere, but
You can leave it in the comments.
it like
on this
really it hit home that like I need to know how it works and have it, especially like whenever we start camping, like outside of the RV, if we start bike packing or whatever, like if something happens, I need to be able to communicate outside, and ham radio I think is probably going to be the most powerful. I know that they have like the Go Tennas and all of that. Like I need more technical than that, so we'll go ham.
Yep.
So
What's in Canada?
that's later.
Okay.
That was pretty much it. And then, okay, so Pedasion said, thanks for the info, guys.
Yeah.
Randy says you can boondock with them in La Pine, Oregon, just outside of Bend.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Jonathan Hawes said he thinks he saw you at DEF CON in Las Vegas. He apparently is a B-Sides Las Vegas volunteer each year, which is awesome.
Awesome.
So
both myself and this guy back here, we're DEF CON goons. So
He ran to get his patch, so he can prove it.
you always see this patch. Can't see it anyway. It says DEF CON Goon, bleed red. Anyway, so we're both DEF CON goons. For anybody who doesn't know what DEF CON is, it's one of the largest security conferences, I guess.
It's the biggest
out
hacker
there.
party ever.
Yeah, it's super hacker party.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Like I've been going for quite a while, and felt like it was time to kind of give back and help out with the setup and teardown and security of DEF CON.
Yeah.
Question.
So that's super cool.
What's in the Canada Cup?
Oh, yeah.
Is that ginger turmeric tea?
This is Rishi ginger turmeric tea. So,
Yep.
doesn't come out. I drink coffee. I've tried to cut down on the amount that I drink, and I've been drinking a lot of tea lately. So it's either like an English breakfast or this ginger turmeric or anything turmeric and ginger are my favorite. So
I think that's all the questions. Sweet. Brian was saying, given your technical backgrounds, I think you can pass the technical part of the ham test cold. He'd be happy to help coach on approaching getting licenses as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, any info I know, like some of the conferences, Skydog and what have you, they've done like ham radio stuff, but I think I'll need probably a little bit of coaching. So yeah, let's talk.
And it's 4 minutes till 7. I don't know how long you guys are running, but just as a time check.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I think it sounds like since the questions are starting to trickle, that 7 would be a good time to end it.
Yeah, I guess any last minute. Oh yeah, I just want to thank Taylor and Beth for helping us moderate. I mean,
because otherwise
this
I would sit
interface
here
is
and be doing,
squat.
Yeah.
And next time we'll get the wide angle, so you can see all of me.
Super C says safe travels.
Oh,
hey,
thank you guys. Good luck. Safe travels.
Yep.
They mentioned Paul and Lorena, but
Rhonda wants to know if you're coming to Iowa.
Iowa. Actually, so we drove through Iowa. I kind of wish we didn't. I kind of wish we had stayed, but like
we were hauling ass.
Oh my god! So we basically we had to go from Chicago and make it to Box Elder, which is where we're from now.
Yeah, that's where we apparently.
We're not internet South Dakotans anymore. We're for real.
Actually,
we're the real deal.
Yeah.
We had to make it, and it was a toss up of either staying a night in each state or going to Omaha, eating at Issa Chandra's place called Modern Love, which is like super world famous vegan restaurant. So we decided to just haul ass, eat there, and then drive to South Dakota. So, but yes, I mean we're planning on hitting all 50 states. I mean Hawaii's gonna be a little rough.
Yeah,
we'll probably have to put pontoons on this thing.
on it, and you know, get your.
I'm gonna be eating food.
Donna, Rhonda, Richard, all basically saying, thanks, guys.
Hey,
you guys rock.
Yeah.
Love what you guys are doing.
Charles
says, have a good night. Yeah, Charles says, glad you guys could do it.
A quick question. What about your tow vehicle?
Tow. So, we bought a Subaru Forester.
And
we actually, 2002, we tow it 4 down.
Yeah.
You know, it's the better way. I mean, towing.
Tow dollars are stupid.
Tow dollars are stupid. I mean, just ask Paul and Lorena. I mean, when they have to tuck that thing underneath their RV, not cool. No, I'm just kidding. You could do either.
Yeah,
we tow 4 down. It takes us like maybe 5 minutes to get everything hooked up and tested. So.
Yeah, we have a car that we don't care what it looks like, so, you know, we don't care about having the thing on the front or, you know, it's just whatever. So.
Yeah, and we wanted something that has all-wheel drive, so it's not 4-wheel drive, I guess.
Yeah, but at least we can use it to go scout out spaces on BLM land. Yeah.
Everybody's saying thanks, love the chat.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing more from you guys, more videos.
Yep.
I'm sure that you guys will be uploading more cooking and vegan cooking videos.
Paul sent an emoji of a clown.
Reviews.
A clown.
So I just responded and said, what a clown.
You should give him an eggplant.
How cool is that clown?
We need a stuffed eggplant.
How cool is that clown?
By the way, sorry I couldn't find the whistle.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Next time.
Somebody thinks Paul stole it.
For videos about the whistle.
Yeah. Also, man, if you are here, by far, Meow Wolf. Let's just talk about this real quick.
Meow Wolf?
Santa Fe.
Meow Wolf is in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It is the coolest damn thing I've done, I think, in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, outside of like the first time I took acid, like it is freaking amazing. Like you can, I think I
got better visuals here.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
the most immersive like experience I've ever been into, and we didn't even do the whole thing. Like, there's a whole backstory, and we didn't even get to that, which would have made it super cool. But like.
Just go look at the videos on our Instagram account. It's VeganRVR on Instagram. And if you go to the stories, I uploaded probably a dozen videos today.
Yeah.
And you'll see how crazy that place is.
So, like, just real quick, in the experience, you walk in and it's a house. You walk into the house, you walk into the kitchen, you open up the refrigerator, and you walk through the refrigerator into this whole second
other
universe.
World, yeah.
It is the craziest thing ever.
It's just this huge interactive art installation.
It's awesome. It's totally worth whatever it costs to get in and go.
Yeah.
But make it a whole day thing. Like, there's so much to take in.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
We spent probably 4 hours.
Probably.
Yeah.
And we didn't literally. We visited probably most of it. We don't even know if we visited the whole thing, but super cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think
we're
that's
giving
it.
a shout out to the Motorhome Experiment for introducing
Yep,
them
shout out to
you.
them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Paul and Lorena, we love you.
We
miss you.
guys.
Yep. So get your ass over here.
Yeah.
We're
Stop
just
messing around in the east. And
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, all you have to do is get into the front seat, turn on the ignition, drive. You know where we're at.
It's cool,
It's no
Paul and
secret.
Lorena. Don't introduce anybody to us.
Oh.
That's cool. We're just over here in the corner,
Yeah.
just like always. Just us. You know, don't even sweat us. It's cool.
TheLearningBanks.com.
Yes,
That's those
learningbanks.com. Do you have any other?
Tons of content.
Well,
Shout
you
out
can
to you
get to
guys. You
everything
guys
from
are
there.
fucking rocking it. So.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Anyway, so this is super cool. Like, actually, also real quick, so just so you guys see, we had this. We're doing this from an iPhone, and we had this awesome. We had a boom mic. We had the GoPro down here. We had my laptop. We had the lighting. I mean, it was set up so good, and literally didn't work.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you for hanging out.
Bye.
Thanks everybody. See ya.
Thanks for joining in.